Hello, this is a video demonstrating the capabilities of my implementation of Project 6B called Questions for the CS50AI course. Now, what I'll demonstrate in this video is how these are the results for these questions that are asked in the query, and then I'll ask a few of my own questions because this video must demonstrate at least 2 questions beyond those described at the top of the specification. So, I will therefore start by using this question, which is, what are the types of supervised learning? Now, the expected output should be types of supervised learning algorithms include active learning, classification, and regression. When I ask this question to my implementation, the result is identical, as you can see here. Now, if we ask the second question, when was Python 3.0 released? Where the expected answer is Python 3.0 was released on the 3rd of December 2008. My code presents a result that is identical. Now, the last question that should be correctly answered is, how do neurons connect in a neural network? And the answer should be, neurons of one layer connect only to neurons of the immediately preceding and immediately following layers. And as you can see here, an identical result is presented to the user with my code. Now, regarding asking 2 of my own questions, how about I ask, what is propositional logic? And the answer is, propositional logic involves truth functions such as or and not. I can ask other things like, what is an LSTM model typically trained by? And here, the answer is, LSTM is often trained by connectionist temporal classification, CTC. I could ask, how can probabilities be numerically described? And the answer is, probability theory is also used to describe the underlying mechanics and regularities of complex systems. Now here you can see a slight formatting mistake, but that is not an issue because of my code. That is simply the sentence parser that I have not implemented myself. When dealing with experiments that are random and well-defined in a purely theoretical setting, like tossing a fair coin, probabilities can be numerically described by the number of desired outcomes divided by the total number of all outcomes. So as you can see here, the code has correctly identified an answer that is fitting to me. Of course, my implementation is not perfect, but this is simply a limitation to the model that is used. For example, if I ask a different question like, who invented Python? Here in this situation, it could not find correctly the inventor of the Python programming language, and instead found the nearest match, which is of course not the answer that I was looking for, this being AI and Python in quotes. I believe that this is simply a limitation to the algorithm that is used for this project, and I do not think that an improvement of my implementation of this project will have prevented such an outcome to certain questions. So therefore, because my answers for these questions were correctly fulfilled and additional questions are answerable by the machine, I believe my implementation of this project is correct. Bye.